Dragging a heavy air compressor and a tangled mess of hoses across a job site is honestly one of the most annoying parts of trim work. That is exactly why this cordless brad nailer feels like such a relief the moment you pick it up. It is surprisingly well balanced for a tool that has to house its own internal air pressure system, and it feels solid without being so heavy that your arm starts shaking after an hour of overhead molding. What really stands out is the freedom of movement. You can climb a ladder or squeeze into a tight closet corner without worrying about a hose snagging on a corner or running out of reach. It is just you, the tool, and the project. Now, the performance is pretty impressive for something that runs on an 18-volt battery. It fires consistently, and you can get through a massive amount of work before needing to swap out the pack. We are talking about 1,700 nails on a single charge, which is more than enough to get through a long day of baseboards or cabinetry without constantly checking the battery gauge. The adjustment dial for the air pressure is tucked away nicely, and it is actually intuitive to use. You can dial in the depth of the nail, so it sits perfectly flush every time, which saves a ton of time on wood filler and sanding later. One of the smarter touches is the low nail indicator. It is a simple little window, but it keeps you from dry firing and marring your finish, which is a total lifesaver when you are in the zone. Now, it is not perfect. Because it uses an internal mechanism to build pressure, there is a tiny, split-second delay between pulling the trigger and the nail actually firing. It is not a deal-breaker by any means, but if you are used to the instant snap of a pneumatic gun, it takes a few minutes to get used to the rhythm. Also, keep in mind that this is a bare tool. You are going to need to have your own battery and charger ready to go, which is fine if you are already deep into the ecosystem, but it is something to factor in if you are starting from scratch. The weight is also a bit more than a traditional air-powered nailer, so if you are doing heavy-duty framing all day, you might feel it in your wrist by the afternoon. But for trim, furniture, or general hobbyist projects, the convenience of ditching the compressor completely outweighs those minor quirks. It is a reliable, well-thought-out piece of gear that makes the messy parts of woodworking feel a whole lot cleaner. If you're tired of fighting with hoses, this is probably going to be your new favorite tool in the shop.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.